20 colleges. Before we could only list 10. You get to list up to 20. You do not have to list 20, guys. You can list 1, you can list 5, you can list 18 if you want to. So you don't have to. Remember to report a California college first, so that California can determine if you're eligible for Calgary A, B, or C, or middle class scholarship. So even if you're thinking, I kind of want to go to Texas, or I want to go to New York, or I want to go to the University of Nevada, Reno, please put a California school first and then add all your other schools, so that they can show you the money. If you're eligible, it might help you decide, well, if I'm going to get free tuition, I might stay here in California. Remember that we're going to be using student and parent tax information for the year 2022. So when you do your direct data exchange consent, they're going to be using 2022 taxes, so just be aware. Remember that we have to consent in order for our Fafsa to be complete. So students in your section, consent, check the little box that you consent, even if you don't have a job, okay? And then parents, same thing for you. We want to make sure that we consent. And then always print a signature confirmation page, you guys, so that you do have proof that you did submit it on a specific date. And then in January, there will be Cash for College workshops. I know that there's one already scheduled for your school site, where we do them virtually and in person, where we walk you through on virtual workshops. We walk you line by line through the application to ensure that you're answered questions correctly, that you're getting your questions about the questions answered. So that I know is coming up in January. Your school counselors will definitely share information on that date and how to access it. I believe my colleague AJ Alice is going to be supporting you guys. He's a great presenter, so you're in good hands. And then this is my email. So if you want to stay connected, you have questions, you can email me. You can also email your counselors to reach out to them if you have questions. And then right here at the bottom right-hand corner, our Instagram is at Sacramento Cal Soap. So if you're looking for a place to find, oh, where do I get scholarship information? Who's going to remind me that deadlines and applications are coming up? Please follow us. We post things all the time. Hey, this is coming up. Don't forget to apply for this. The deadline for this is coming. So we're a good reminder. So it'll come in as part of your feed. We do not follow you back, you guys, because we honestly don't want to see what you guys are up to. But we definitely want to share the information. Okay, so I want you guys to ensure that you do have the information available to you. And then any questions, you guys? I know that's a lot of information. Questions about things?
We did have this question come up. We do get some grads that actually graduate midterm. And so can you just clarify which application they're filling out if they're starting college in the spring?
Oh, good question. So if you're graduating in December and you're already going to start at your college in January, you can go right now and do the 23-24 FAFSA, the one that's there right now, because you're going to need money for this academic year. We're currently in 23-24, but then remember, you're going to do that one now, and then come December, you're going to do your new one for next year for 24-25. So you're going to actually be doing 2 FAFSAs this year.
Great.
Any other questions? Any clarification, maybe?
Yes, Yahaira. So our semester ends in January. So the same information that Layla just presented applies. You'll be filling out a 23-24 application to help get financial assistance for spring. But then you're also doing another one for 24-25 school year.
And if you guys are graduating in January, you can go on now and do your 23-24. So the sooner you do that, the sooner they'll process your money for your second semester. Yes, just to be clear, you can create your FSA ID right now. Write it down, save it, because you're going to use it in December. Karina, right now, you should apply for colleges. Right now, we're in college application season. If you're headed to a four-year university, those applications here in California are due November 30th. We're even encouraging our community college students to apply for college right now too, if you're a senior. And then you can focus on that. And then when December hits, you can go ahead and focus on your financial aid. You're welcome.
I had a direct question. Somebody says, what happens if I work, but it's a family business, and they don't take out taxes from my pay? So that's a very specific question.
Oh, in that case, I have more questions for you. So if you file taxes as a person who's working in this situation, then when you consent to direct data exchange, they're going to put that information into your FAFSA. If you don't file taxes and you work, then you're going to want to also just say, yes, I do work. They're going to say, estimate how much money you earned from work. You can go ahead and put that estimation in there. You'll still consent to the direct data exchange because we have to consent whether you file taxes or not. But most of the time, what a student is making while they're in high school isn't significant enough to hinder their ability to get financial aid. Unless you're working like 40 hours a week, getting paid like, big money. But for the most part, most of our students who are working, that amount isn't significant enough to make a difference.
I just put this in the chat. I just wanted to let everybody know we had an interruption in the recording. My computer froze, so I had to leave and come back. So it stopped the recording kind of midway through. So we will share what we can, and we will be doing this again in December. So we'll get a full clean recording then. If you have any questions in the meantime, please reach out to your counselor. We can help you with all of this as well.
Yeah. And then remember, you guys, to follow us on Instagram. I promise you, we post really cool stuff. We have a really awesome, scary, spooky scholarship that's due on Halloween. So you have like this weekend, you guys can do it and submit it. It's a short story about zombies. So if you guys are interested in that, I want to say it's like $2,000. It's pretty good. Any other questions? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen, but I will hang out until 12 if you guys have any questions or want to hang back and have specifics.
I got a direct question, and so the question is, what if I plan on starting community college in 2025? Should I still fill out the financial aid now and do the FAFSA in December? So it sounds like they're going to put off when they plan on starting college.
This actually has been a really common question, and I don't know what people are doing for a year off, maybe just hanging out or going on some amazing trips. But what I'm sharing is you do not have to complete your financial aid information now until the year before you start. However, if you're interested in the process and kind of want to see what you would have been awarded, there is no harm in filling it out if you wanted to fill it out in December. So you could kind of use this year as your practice year, like, oh, let me get familiar with the application. Let me see what kind of money I would get. And then that would kind of give you some idea in terms of planning. But do you have to do it now? No, you can do it right before you start college.
Yes, so we do have some students that plan on, they do gap years or other opportunities. So thank you for answering that one. And then Miss Yahaira, you have your hand up. If you want to come off the mic, feel free.
Yeah, I had a question. Since I'm like a mid-grad, I'll be graduating I think my last day is the 19th of January. Mm-hmm. And it'll still take like a month to get my diploma or whatever. Mm-hmm. So should I apply for the FAFSA one right now, like today, and then...
Are you planning to start in college in January?
Well, I'm not sure because I don't end till the 19th. And I'm not really sure when college starts, you know what I mean?
Oh, good question. Okay, so if you were to graduate in January the 19th, if you wanted to start at a community college, their semester starts in January as well. Because you're an online program, there's a possibility you could overlap, which means that if you wanted to start community college in January, you can do your application now for spring of 2024. You can do your application now for financial aid for spring of 2024. So you could potentially start school in January as well, where you're finishing up the first 2 weeks here at Visions, but then you already have classes that you're registered for in your college since at your college since you're planning to graduate. If that's too fast, then you can wait until the following year.
And then when would I apply for FAFSA then and college? Like, would I wait until August or when?
So if you wanted to apply for the fall, then you would do your FAFSA in December, and then you could also apply now for community college or for your colleges now for next year for 24, 25.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got
So
it.
you could potentially do both if you wanted to.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Haida. So we have a couple more minutes left and then we are done. So if you have an additional questions, now's the time to ask. When you get on the mic or ask in the chat. So speak now or forever hold your peace.
We have a question. We sent a message, but no one responded to it. If you're going to graduate in May, June, and you're going to start in the summer, is the summer semester, the summer time for 24, 25, or is that part of 22s, 23s?
I would have to do the FAFSA for 23, 24 to include this summer.
Gotcha. So summer is part of the one that's already available.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. All great questions, you guys. I love them.
All right, so if there's no other questions, everybody, we are going to end this meeting in about 1 minute because we do have other things scheduled. So anybody else, last call. Well, we had a decent turnout.
It was great. It was so nice to be here, you guys. I'm hoping the information was helpful. I apologize for my scratchiness. I usually am much more